Assassin's Creed fans, we made it. Another release. But did Ubisoft pull through? We saw a lot of delays. We saw some bad marketing moves. Very bad. Very, very bad marketing moves. But did the developers pull through and get the W? I'm gonna let you know what I like and dislike about this game. I've been playing it for the last 2 weeks. Thanks to Ubisoft. Thank you so much. I am a Ubisoft partner. As you guys know, I've been working with them for about a year and a half now, and they are an amazing publisher when it comes to taking care of their partners. Thank you guys for the opportunity. You're lovely. But I gotta be honest, I can't lie to the people. I gotta let them know, is this game good or bad? Let me give you guys some backstory on me real quick before we begin this review. I have been binging the Assassin's Creed series for the last year and a half now, and I have played Assassin's Creed 1 all the way through Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I just beat Assassin's Creed Syndicate recently, and I started on Assassin's Creed Origins. So I got a little introduction into the RPG series, and I am enjoying Origins. I think Origins is really good. And ever since I got into the series recently, I really wanted a game that took place in Japan. I think we all have. And it's really nice that they delivered that for us this time around. And did they let us down? Well, I'm gonna let you guys know. Let's begin the Assassin's Creed Shadows review. So how long does it take to beat Assassin's Creed Shadows? I don't know because I haven't beaten the game yet, but I can tell you that I've logged in around 54 hours, and PlayStation is saying that I am 50% through the main storyline. So I have a ton of story left to go. I have been slowly inching my way towards the finish line, and I will have to say that the side quests in this game are the best in the entire series. They actually have substance to them. So you go on these side quests and you're going to get backstory of the main characters sometimes. Sometimes you're going to meet these really unique side characters and they're going to have their own little storyline going on and backstory, and they might have a plot twist in their storyline, and then obviously you're going to see their story conclude. And it's a really rewarding feeling every time you do a side quest in this game compared to other Ubisoft games that I have played in the past. I feel like I'm used to Ubisoft side quests being really bare bones and just bare minimum. They're just kind of giving you all of these side missions and things to do just to like pad that game time. So you're just like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. And it's the same stuff over and over again. And there's no real reason why you're doing it. There's no incentive. You're not getting any cool armor or anything like that. You're just doing it to do it. And they've been doing that since Unity. And that's really made me upset. When I played Unity and I saw that, I remember just going, oh man, there's no way that they're doing this, man. But yeah, they pad the gameplay a lot. And that's a big reason why I don't like open world games. So for me to like this game is a big win for Ubisoft, because open world games are not my cup of tea at all. I like linear games. I like JRPGs that are kind of linear also. I don't mind investing a lot of hours into a game. It's more so I want to be progressing that entire time. I want to feel like my time is worth it every time I play the game. So when I pick up that controller and I turn on my PS5 and I boot up the game, I want to make sure that I'm having fun each and every time and it's not just a chore. I really feel like they accomplished that this time around, and that's why my game time has been a lot, and I haven't been going through any of the main quests all that much. Although in the last, like, I would say 10 hours, I've been binging the main story just to get more of it. But I remember in the beginning of this game when I first started, I went 20 hours with just playing as Naue, and I didn't unlock Yasuke until like 25 hours in, dude. And I'm just like, Jesus. Like, I just finally started playing the main quest because those side quests were just getting me so lost. I was invested in them and I was learning more about Naue, and I really love her character. And we're gonna get into that soon, but I wanted to go into the game difficulty because I really do feel like that is making my playtime go even higher. And that's because there are difficulty settings in this game. So in the beginning of the game, you get to choose your difficulty. There's easy, normal, hard. and expert, expert being the hardest, and I'm playing on expert. And if you're a person that loves a challenge, expert is the definitive experience, let me tell you. And it's not just one of those, harder difficulty settings, quote unquote, where every enemy is a damage sponge. No, like these enemies are actually smart. They're dodging, they're counterattacking, and it feels really rewarding every time you do a fight. Every time you win in a fight, you're like, man, I can't believe I just won that fight. And there was a lot of times where I died, a lot. I need a death counter for this game. If you play this game, let me know in the comment section down below if you play it on expert, and let me know how many times you died, because I'm kind of curious. I feel like right now I'm probably bordering like 300 deaths. This game. This is the first hard Assassin's Creed game. All of the other games were so easy that I've played so far. So Assassin's Creed 1 all the way to Syndicate, easy for me. I'm just mashing buttons. But the difficulty of this game on the hardest is way beyond any of those games. And I'm just having to be very tactful on what I do in each and every moment. There's times where I'm running away from people because certain enemy variants are just really hard to deal with when they're together. And that's also amazing. There's enemy variants that are different, and like the big guys do different things than the small guys. And then you have the lance guys, and then you have these guys with like the small little sword things, and they're really fast, and they're like kicking off you, and they're throwing knives at you from long distance. And then there's these guys with these fans, and they can like summon arrow volleys on you, and you're just like having to move and dodge over them. And I'm gonna have to say, when there's like 3 or even 4 people in front of you and you're fighting them all at once, you gotta run away. On expert difficulty, you have to. There's no way you're taking them on. Sometimes you might win those fights, but it depends on the enemy variants for sure. And I really like that, because I'll be in a fight and I'll be like, oh, I don't think I can take these guys out. I'll dip, I'll hide somewhere, I'll stealth for a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna re-stealth. I'm gonna take out these particular enemy variants this time around. And if I get caught, well, at least the hard guys are gone. At least they're dead, right? And now the easy guys are here. And that's another thing. The stealth is a little bit harder on expert. I haven't tried the other difficulties, so I'm not entirely sure, but I was kind of watching some other footage, and I was just like, it seems a little easier to stealth on those difficulties. I really do feel like they notice you more on expert, and they hear you a lot more on expert also. So yeah, that's really nice. And let's just dip into the gameplay since we're talking about it right now. I feel like this is the best Assassin's Creed game when it comes to stealth. Okay, I've been waiting for this, and you guys know I have been. If you've been watching all of my Assassin's Creed Let's Plays up to now, you know that I've been begging for this series to have stealth like Splinter Cell. This is the first game that has stealth like Splinter Cell. I'm able to prone on the ground and hide in the tall grass. I can swim in the water and assassinate people from there. I can still do air assassinations and double assassinations, and I can use my kunais. My kunais are used to like silently headshot people, kill them in one hit. Some of the easier guys, the guys with the armor, you can't hit them with one kunai. It takes like 2. But I can also hide in the shadows, which was really cool. Like, it's not just in the title because it looks cool. You can literally hide in the shadows. And there's a difference between stealthing at night and in day. And I think that's awesome. That's a Splinter Cell mechanic. That's a Splinter Cell feature. I was like, there's no way. You know, you can hide in, some of like the boxes and stuff that are in their environments. You can assassinate people through doors. Like, there's just so many things that you can do in the stealth in this game. There's so many places to like crawl under, and it's just really interactive. This is something that I've been wanting stealth games to do for a very long time, because they always tell people that, oh, people don't like stealth gameplay. They don't like stealth gameplay. That's because you guys don't give people any options other than walk up behind somebody, take them down, choke them out. Okay, yeah, if I do that 101 times, I'm gonna get tired of it. It's gonna be boring if that's the entire game. But if you do things like Assassin's Creed Shadows, where you have so many tools and just ways you can use the environment to your advantage while I stealth, then yes, I'm gonna enjoy it. Yes, stealth gaming is gonna be fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now you can't blend into crowds like you could in the past Assassin's Creed, and I think that's kind of weird. It feels a little interesting to not be able to blend in the crowd, because that was like the main selling point of Assassin's Creed. So I don't know if you could do it in Valhalla or not, or in Odyssey or Mirage. I'm pretty sure you could in Mirage, but yeah, in this game you can't. There is no blending into the crowd, and I thought that was kind of unfortunate, but I get it. I really do get it. At this point, I don't think it would have fit in this game really well with how the towns are made and stuff like that, and how the NPCs gather around and stuff. It just wouldn't make any sense. It's not Paris, it's not London, there's not a ton of people in the streets, right? All these towns are really small and whatnot, so blending in just, it wouldn't hit the same in a game like this. But it's just something that I had to point out, because I feel like Assassin's Creed is made around that, right? That's a feature that's always been in the games, and it's kind of weird to not have it. Also, the combat is just like the stealth, where you have a lot of options with it. There's 3 different weapon types for both characters, and you really have to focus on perfect parrying and perfect dodging, which is something that you guys know I love. I love hack and slash games like Bayonetta, DMC. I've been playing Wuthering Waves recently, and these games all have like perfect parrying, perfect dodging, and that's a really rewarding feature that those games have, that just gets my adrenaline pumping. Every time I get that perfect parry or that perfect dodge, it just feels so good. And then you get to punish the enemy after that, and you get that extra damage. It feels really good in this game. Like I said, it's really hard to take out multiple enemies at once. There is one weapon type that allows you to. I don't want to spoil it or anything like that, but there is one weapon type that allows you to take out multiple enemies. But even with that, it really depends on what enemy variants are in front of you that you're attacking, because some of them won't be weak to it and they won't take much damage, and it'll take you forever. So it's better to just run away and just re-stealth that section if you're playing on the harder difficulties. I think my one critique with the combat is there's not a lot of finishers in the game, and the few finishers that they have for each weapon type are really cool to see, and they're flashy as hell, but there's nothing crazy going on with them. And on top of that, there's not that many abilities, or maybe I just didn't unlock that many yet. I don't know. I feel like I'm really far into the skill tree, and the skill trees aren't really that big. And it seems like every weapon type has 4 abilities, and the abilities, although pretty good, they don't like break the gameplay at all. And at times I feel like they don't even really help me. I feel like when I do use an ability, it does give me a little bit of time to kind of get more hits in there, but that's about it. It doesn't really feel like it does much more damage or anything like that, which kind of shocked me, because when I was watching the gameplay footage before the game came out, it seemed like abilities were going to do a lot of damage, and I was like, oh, so I'm just going to be able to spam abilities and pretty much just win that way, right? Like just do my abilities and oh, took him out, do another ability, took him out. And I thought the game was going to play like that, but it doesn't, unfortunately. Yeah, abilities aren't insta-killers at all. I feel like so far the story is solid. I really like that you can switch between Naue and Yasuke. It reminds me of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, exactly like that actually. You could just press the start button and then go right into the menu and just switch right to Yasuke whenever you feel like, or switch right back to Naue. So I will say you can tell that Naue is the main character and Yasuke is the side character. He's not really a big part of the story. You're playing as her most of the time, and there's not really a whole lot of incentive to play as Yasuke. I don't really like playing as him because I play Assassin's Creed for the stealth. I want to be up on top of buildings and being able to parkour and do cool things like that. And you just can't do that with Yasuke. He's very straightforward, hack and slash, get in there, kill people. And you're going to play as him a few times because they force you to. But for the most part, I haven't played as him that much. Like, I feel like in my 54 hours of playing, I've probably played as Yasuke for about 5 of those hours, if that. That's being generous. One thing about this story is Naoe isn't one of those female characters that's like a Mary Sue. She's not like some super strong like Kay Vess from Star Wars Outlaws type character where you're gonna see her just bodying people, right? Like, you see her go through trials and tribulations, you see her train, you see her get better and better. It was a progression, and that is translated into her gameplay really well. When you see her do takedowns and stuff like that, and when you fight enemies, you don't feel super strong at all. You don't. And when you see her take out guys, she's not like bodying these big samurai dudes, you know, just punching them like Kay Vess in Star Wars Outlaws, where she's just socking stormtrooper helmets and stuff like that. No, like, she's tripping people up and stabbing them and, you know, using a rope to choke people and pull them in. Like, these are things that feel believable, right? As believable as possible, right? Because you got to have some kind of power fantasy in there, right? But they feel good. Like, I don't feel like anything was forced at all. And the story's not about like women empowerment or anything like that. This is just a shinobi story with a girl as the shinobi. That's it. That's it. And it's beautiful. It's great. It's not this whole men suck or anything like that. It's a great story. You get to see this girl go through it and see how she changes and how her mindset changes. She goes from this really angry person to finally thinking things through logically and telling other people like, hey, how about let's stop being angry and like think, like, you know what I mean, before we act. Why not? Why do we have to have so much violence? I love it. It's a good story so far. Who knows? That could change. I don't know. Maybe later on in the game they do some really crazy stuff. But hey, right now, 50 plus hours into the game, I haven't seen anything that would make me upset or I feel like is unrealistic. So they're doing a good job so far. The graphics in this game are phenomenal. They look so good. Like, I could literally pull the game up on my TV back there and you would think it was a painting. Like, the landscape looks so beautiful. I've never seen Japan look so good. Now, I want to play Ghost of Tsushima because I want to see how they made Japan look in that game also, but I really feel like Ubisoft did it again. They have never missed when it came to the environmental design. I feel like in all of the Assassin's Creed games, no matter if you love or hate them, I think for the most part, all of us can agree that Ubisoft knows how to create these environments, man. And they did not let us down here. The seasons look so good. And when you see them change and stuff like that, it's so nice when it rains and you get those winds and you're seeing leaves flow through the air and the grass just swaying and all the trees. Like, there was no way they could have done this before. If this game would have came out on PS3, PS4, PS2, they couldn't have done it, dude. Not at all. So they were right, because I did watch an interview where they said this is finally a time where they feel like they could have went all out, and they definitely went all out when it came to the environments. Also, the NPCs are beautifully designed. I really do like all of the designs on each of the NPCs that I've seen. Like, every side character or NPC that I see looks so unique and they're so pretty. They have so many, like, they have blemishes and wrinkles, and a lot of people just look so real. And like, some of the women look really good where I'm like, whoa, you're hot, you know? But yeah, like, the NPC design is great compared to the other Assassin's Creed games that I've been playing. I don't know. It's just, I just played Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and in that game, you literally see like the same like 3 guys over and over when it comes to the NPCs, unless you're walking around the town and stuff. But I'm talking about like enemy wise. Like, when you fight enemies in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it's always the same bald, tall guy, and then they have like a medium height guy that's like, he has like a hat and then they have this girl that has like long hair with a gun, and you see them all the time, and that's all you see throughout the entire game, and it's just so annoying. Whereas this game, there's so much more variety with the faces and clothes. It all looks so good. And even now, like when they're in the rain, their faces are wet, and then when you're in the snow, you have snow on your clothes, and I just love detail like that. So let's talk about what I don't like in this game. Number one, the leveling system. I've never understood leveling in Assassin's Creed. Ever since they started putting it in the games, I just don't get it. Why? I'm running around, I'm grabbing all this equipment, and like some equipment is barely better than the last. And then on top of that, the enemies scale to your level anyway. So what's the point? Why is the leveling even here in the first place? I can't even like over level and go to like an old area that had like weaker enemies and go body them real quick or anything like that. So I just don't really see a point in leveling and looting for the most part. I kind of really wish it went back to the old school where you unlock things. I think that's what I like more. I want to unlock things. I want to unlock new armor. I want to unlock new weapons. I don't want to go around collecting all of these weapons that all kind of like look similar, but but this one's legendary. It's purple, or it's yellow, or it's blue, or it's gray. And it's just like, I've never understood looting systems in a game like this. Like, I get it in MMOs, I get it in RPGs, but I know this is an RPG technically, but I've always seen Assassin's Creed as an action adventure game. And I just feel like the RPG mechanics just don't do the game justice. Like, you'll go up behind somebody, and just because they're a level or two higher than you, they can like grab your arm. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, you're not assassinating me. You're a low level. You know, I just don't, I think it's corny. The performance on PlayStation 5 specifically, I don't know, maybe we'll get a day one patch, but from what I've played thus far, it's shaky. I had to turn it on quality mode because I feel like when I had it on performance mode, it was fluctuating. I feel like I was going from 60 to 40 to 50 to 30, and it was just going up and down, depending on what I was looking at, what environments I was in. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just putting it on 30. At least it'll look really good on top of that. So I put it on 30 FPS, and I've been playing it on that ever since, because I just feel like performance mode, unless it's locked at 60, I don't want to play it, because if it's fluctuating all the time, it just looks stuttery and goofy just to get a couple fluid frames here and there. It's not worth it. I kind of wish I had this game on PC. If I had it on PC, oh man, this game would look beautiful. It would probably run really good too. That depends on how well this game is optimized on release. We'll see. I'm kind of waiting for the reception on that. I will be looking at the Steam reviews. I'm gonna get some hot chocolate and some ice cream. I'm gonna be sitting here waiting for those Steam reviews, giggling like a schoolgirl, like, because I'm not sure how I feel about how Ubisoft optimizes their PC ports, but I know Assassin's Creed hasn't had the best launch day PC port optimization in the past, so we'll see. There is one repetitive mission type that is in this game that I am not a fan of, and that is called infiltrating the castles. You're gonna have to infiltrate the castles a lot, and they are huge, and you always gotta go around and you gotta look for like these 3 or 4 specific big guys that you have to take out. And when you take them all out at the castle, then you can unlock the legendary chest that's in the castle. And it's just like, you're doing that over and over and over again. And it was cool for the first like 6 times of me doing it, but now I'm 50 plus hours in, and I've done it like 100 times, and I'm just sick of it at this point. I also don't really like the parkour in this game. It looks cool, it's fun to do sometimes, but it goes back to the old Unity and Syndicate system where you have to hold A to go up, hold B to go down, and it feels very puppet. Like it feels like the character moves on their own and you don't really have much control over her, which kind of sucks. I feel like in Unity there was a lot more control, even though you still had that auto system, and they kind of took that out of Syndicate, and this game reminds me of Syndicate's parkour system more than Unity's. So not my favorite parkour system, but it's passable. You're not doing like a ton of parkour in this game. There's not a ton of buildings to jump on, right? You're not going to be climbing all over. This isn't, Victorian era London, or it's not French Revolution Paris or anything like that. So there's not like a ton of buildings to climb up and down. So you're probably going to be holding A to go down, go up every once in a while, holding B to go down here and there. It's nothing crazy. Like the parkour is just pretty simple. I do feel like Yasuke was a little shoehorned in, and he just doesn't feel natural to the story. I feel like this is Naoe's story and it should have just stayed like that. There was really no reason to have two characters in this game, and when you play this game, you're gonna feel the same way. You're gonna be like, why was he here again? Like, what was the point of playing as him? Like, other than he's a different gameplay style, and maybe there are some people who just want to hack and slash around and bounce around because he's very clumsy and heavy and stuff like that. But other than that, it's Assassin's Creed. Why would you not want to parkour and stealth and kill people silently and kind of have cool gameplay where you're sneaking up on people, doing double assassinations and air assassinations, hidden blade and all of that? He doesn't have a hidden blade. That's not cool. That's not Assassin's Creed. One last thing before we end this. I just want to say that I don't like the cosmetic situation. I know. I'm beating a dead horse. I get it. Everyone says, well, it's just cosmetics. It's just cosmetics. But here's the thing, right? I would like to have cool things to unlock in the game. And a lot of these games don't do that anymore. You know why? Because they lock it behind a paywall. So if I want to get that cool Master Assassin's armor, oh, wait, I gotta buy it. What? No, there's some really cool skins in the store right now, and they cost money. And I'm like, dude, I would totally grind this game out for that armor, or that helmet, or that sword, or that mount. I would totally do that. Give me an incentive to play your game, okay? You need to have incentives for people to play the game and actually finish it, right? Like, I would love to finish a game, and I'd probably even do multiple playthroughs of a game to get that really cool legendary mount that looks badass, or that sword that looks super badass. But games got rid of that because they just want to lock it behind paywalls, and I think that's corny as hell. Like in the older games, you met these criteria that allow you to get these really cool legendary swords and guns and super cool armor and stuff like that. Like, that was cool, and I grinded for those because I wanted to. That's why I put big hours in Assassin's Creed 4, because I really wanted those dual pistols, bruh. So to conclude, I'm not going to give this game a score. I'm not really one of those reviewers that scores games. I told you guys what I liked, I told you guys what I didn't like, and that's it. I mean, the game is solid. If you're an Assassin's Creed fan, I would say go out and get it, because it's a solid game. I feel like you'd have a lot of fun. You'd put a ton of hours in it. It has great gameplay, has a really engaging story, fun side quests, Japanese history. The environment's amazing. I've heard a couple really good songs. The music's great. It's incredible. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this game wasn't bad. And I was one of those people that thought it was going to be bad. I really did. I thought this game was going to flop. I thought it was going to get like 6s and 7s, and it was just going to be that Assassin's Creed that just is the nail in the coffin for the series. But if they continue to use this engine that they have in this game and just improve upon all the things that are in this game, the side quests, the combat system, the stealth system, just keep improving upon that, Assassin's Creed is only going up from here. I'm excited for Hex then. I think Hex is going to be incredible now that I've played this game, because if they have a similar team working on Hex and that story is like this and the characters are like this, I'm here for it, man. Just make sure you don't got the same marketing team that you had for AC Shadows, because we saw how that worked out, and it wasn't in your favor, Ubisoft. But I want to thank Ubisoft for sending me the game, and I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope this video helps somebody out. I hope somebody wants to buy the game now, or maybe you don't. And if you don't, that's fine, because I'm not getting paid to tell you to buy the game or not. So hey, I got to play a really cool game, and that's all that matters for me. Thank you guys for the opportunity, and you guys are beautiful. Have a great night.
Hope will never die.
Stop playing with me.